gonna love you, Mo.
Do you want to talk about fermentation?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about fermentation?
I do.
Fermentation is really the rage these days, and because of, I think, all the probiotics, everyone's looking at digestion, and still, I think the best thing about fermentation is that it's so, I find it liberating, this revolutionary thing to do, because you're really freeing yourself from, I think, a modern concept of a refrigerator. Leaving things out on your counter, which, you know, your mom told you never to do. Right. It's good to learn to let go a little bit of our modern fear of food.
So she did this huge jar of lemons January 15th.
Yep, exactly.
And these are pickled, preserved lemons. They're really popular around the Middle East, and they're used widely in their foods, but they're kind of largely unknown to our culture. So the part of the lemon that you actually use is the rind. You use the whole thing, actually. So you have this pulpy interior, but that's just kind of gone. It's disintegrated somewhat into the lemon, but the rind is where all the goodness is. You have this soft, kind of toothy texture and beautiful lemon flavor with none of the bitterness that lemon pith is traditionally known for.
Mm-hmm.
So
which
good.
is normally why you get rid of it and only use the zest.
Mm-hmm. They're totally delicious. So we're going to show you how to pickle your own lemons, and we're going to do a couple recipes using the preserved lemons, because I see this a lot when I introduce a new food to somebody. They're like, yeah, that's great, and that was super fun to make, but
How
what do I do?
The idea of them being whole is just so beautiful, right?
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. So I think we're going to try to keep them whole. We have 8. So we have 8 fitting in. Is this a half gallon? Is that what this is considered?
It's European, so that's, I think, 2 liters.
2 liters? Half gallon.
Sorry.
For us Americans. And these are organic, but we should still give them a good rinse. And then we're going to just start chopping them up.
So what's the ratio of salt to lemon?
Well, in my research, it looks like you could go from like a teaspoon of salt per lemon up to like a tablespoon of salt per lemon. We're going to try to get rid of the seeds. So we're going to cut through, but not all the way down to the bottom. And it's recommended to try to pull at the seeds, which is not easy.
What about cutting off that little core membrane?
Once it ferments, getting the seeds out is actually pretty easy. That's brilliant.
Right, because they just float.
Yes, brilliant. All right, so
So-
how did you do that?
Just kind of pull them apart and then just cut vertically along that little core that's in the middle. And then most of them are attached to that core, or that at least frees up the segments so that you can pick them out.
It's actually going to be a teaspoon or up to a tablespoon of salt per lemon.
Okay.
So we could probably measure out 8 to 10 teaspoons, let's say, to start.
Okay.
So I'm just going to reach in here and grab a estimated
Pinch.
big pinch and put it inside the lemon.
Seal it back up.
Yeah. Kind of squish it a little bit maybe. And then we're going to place it in.
Okay.
The trick here is going to be to get the juice to release itself.
And how long did that take?
So what I recommend doing is really keeping it on your counter for the first week or so.
Watch it.
And watch it, and I have like a pestle, and using that to kind of push them down and disturb them, like mash them a little bit.
Yep.
By just giving it a little jostle every day for the first week or so.
I love this, Mo.
fun.
Yeah. So Mariah cans with me all summer long.
We're jammers.
Yeah, jammers. And I was telling somebody this morning that it's so rare. There's certain people, and I don't know if it's a frequency thing, but there's people that you can maneuver and move in sync with without ever bumping into, and you're one of those people in the kitchen. That's nice.
I love it. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to when you find a good kitchen mate. It's fun to inspire each other, I think.
It is nice.
It's nice to bring you something. I feel like you always I've been it's nice to bring you something.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm usually the being brought to.
That's good too.
Yeah. Believe it or not, these are, I'm sure you believe it, these are going to release enough juice to almost cover them, or maybe cover them. Oh, that's a beautiful one.
I know, it is a beautiful one, and I'm not a cocktail maker, so it's one of those things that just takes up.
I was just waiting for this moment.
But it is beautiful. So, and now all you need is a little time and a little faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust yourself, people. Awesome. So we're going to make a couple recipes. An easy, quick, delicious lentil salad that can be eaten warm or cold with pickled lemons and a lemon oil.
You got to be like Corinne, have the strongest wrists in the world for these pans.
The
copper one? Oh my God.